Right, you wanted to change the color of the buttons, and I have a new file here. This is my new PhoneGap project. I'm just going to create the jQuery page for this. So I'm just going to insert. Let's just call this page one, header and footer. And what else? I need to make my footer at the bottom. So what is it? Data role, no data position. Fix. Save everything. Jump to the bottom. And I need to create some buttons here at the footer. Before that, let me organize the page a bit. So I'm going to indent this so that make more sense in terms of the hierarchy. Add a bit more space. Same goes with here. And I can insert a comment here just to guide me, or just to let me know which section of this page is for what. Page one starts, and then maybe N at the bottom. Page one N. Right, so I have my header, content, and then my footer. Let's space it out a bit. Alright, so in my footer, I need what? Navbar. So I'm going to do div data row navbar. Then in my navbar div, I want a list for my button, so I'm going to create a list. List unordered. Let's do 4 button in the list. Okay, so I have that. Oh, I'm not going to do list view. I'm just going to do a list. Alright, so that's that. Alright, first, let's say I have a different height for the button, so I'm going to increase the height. But before that, you need to know that all of this is linked to a specific CSS in the default jQuery CSS. Right, so we just need to know what to change. Right, so I'm going to create, first of all, I'm going to create a new CSS file, or you can also use the header section to add in your CSS styling, but I'm just going to create a new one. So I'm going to go to my CSS designer, and let's add a new source, create a new file. I'm going to call this my app styling, or it can be any name, doesn't matter, and link. All right, and then for changing the page, the footer, so the content, where is it in the content? This is my navbar footer. All right, so if I click on the footer, if I want to adjust the height, I can adjust the UI footer. We can try that. So I'm going to create a new, this is my footer is UI footer, so dot UI dash footer. And I'm going to add the height, so I'm going to change the height maybe to, let's do 80 pixels, see what happens. And you can see that the footer area now is taller, so it's 80 pixels. Next is I want to change the button height. Okay, so if I click on the list, you can see I have this UI grid. What else do I have? I have UI button. If I click on the individual list, so all of it refer to the same CSS UI button, and then inline button up A if you want to change the color, if I'm not mistaken. Right, so I have that. I have UI button, inline, UI button active. I think these two things is something that we can play around with. So I'm going to do UI button first. So let's type in a new selector. UI dash button, and then I'm going to add the property which is 80 pixel. Oh no, sorry, height. Height 80 pixel. Does it change? Let's go back. Let's go to our CSS, see if anything wrong not. So that's fine. UI button. What else can we change? Let's go back. UI button. UI dash. Oh, UI dash BTN, not button. So I'm going to go to my app styling and then change this to BTN. All right, there you go. Now it's increase the height to 80 pixel, and I want to make this page text center. So if I click on it, and you can see on the right, you can see on the right, one of it is this. If I expand, I can see UI button, UI BTN inner, and UI BTN text. So maybe I can make the text. I can use that CSS UI BTN text. Let's do that. I'm going to do UI BTN dash text and put in the curly bracket. What I'm going to do, what should I do? How to make it center? Can I play with line height? Let's try line height first. Line height. Same height, 80 pixel. All right, almost. You got that. I'm going to just I'm going to put a line here. Border line, border color and line. Border. Let's do dash. And then what? Border color. Oh, I already have white then. I think that should fine now. Let's do aqua. So this is the size of UIBTN text, and then we have that UIBTN inner thing. You have UIBTN inner, so I'm going to just do that and see what it looks like. And I just want the border color. Border. Let's do 10. I don't see anything. Medium. No, don't see anything here. Let's do height. Let's do 80 pixel as well. No, still don't see anything, but now we have space here. But probably that's not what I want. Okay, let's do without this. I'm going to remove this. What I'm going to do now is maybe I should remove. Okay, maybe I remove any padding. Let's do padding. Oops, semicolon at the end. Padding 0. Maybe margin also 0. All right, so this is almost well, but still have this. Let's try and increase the. Yeah, already have that footer is 80 pixel. Line height is 80 pixel. Maybe I should reduce the line height. What if I put line height is 70? Probably 80. No, 60. Okay, I think this looks better. I can remove this. Don't need this anymore. Don't need this. Right. Not exactly center. So you can play with the line height to position the text. So if I view this in the browser, where's my phone get? Right. So currently in the browser, this is how it looks like. Hey, it doesn't refresh. Have I saved it? I have. Okay. Sometimes let's do. I'm gonna stop and play again. See whether this change anything. Nope. Why is it not changing? My app test. Let me go back to. Or maybe I should save it and then refresh. There you go. Yeah. So now it changed to the actual height. Forgot to save index HTML. So if I want to change the color, so this is active. There's two things here. One is active and something. So if I click on that, I have UI button active. Okay. UI button and UI button active. So UI button is the normal color. UI button active is when we have click on it. Right. And then what else do we have? So if let's say this is normal color and I want to change from blue to something else, so I'm going to go to my CSS. So UI button is default, so I can change this color as well. So background, let's do different color. Let's do red, semicolon, right? And mouse over maybe different color. So I'm going to do the UI button active is when you click on it. So button active, background color. Let's do different color. Let's do that. So this is active color. What is mouse over? So let's see what mouse over color is. Maybe button up A, right? Button up A. UI btn up A. So that's what we want to change. We have to do UI btn up A. And then background. Let's do different color. Let's do this. Oh, that's not it. Alright, so if you change this to UI button hover dash A, then we'll have the mouse over state. There you go. So when you click, the active color will be yellow, right? Default color will be red, and then the mouse over will be this blue thingy. So it's UI btn UI dash btn dash hover dash A. So you have that. So the mouse over button will on mobile, when you tap, this will be highlighted. When you release, it goes back to the original color. When it goes to the page that it's supposed to go, it will be active. Then this will be the color, yellow. Right. So that's it.